after waking up with a tiresome night, I've had the one most wonderful of news appear in my daily news feeds that I check each morning to get my updates of everything and anything I can that mildly interests me. And of course, since I'm pretty passionate about the whole situation, oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god, this ads. This ads. Fucking amazing, man. Jesus, fuck. So, anyway, while we are on topic, so I was extremely happy when I saw the news that the Belgium Commission on Gaming had finished what they had started, and the report came in: loot boxes or gambling, and they want them banned. This was the article. Minister of Justice says the mix of gaming and gambling is dangerous. So basically, this is a recap of what happened. It's stating that the Belgium Gaming Commission. What? Like, this is the worst PR that you can get. Like, let's say I'm assume that I'm somebody who knows absolutely nothing about this game, this franchise, but I do know Star Wars. You know, let's say I'm a big fan of Star Wars, but then you know what the game is out. Oh wow, there's an ad for there's a new Star Wars Battlefront 2 game. Wow, that's pretty cool, because based on the picture, you know, it says Star Wars Battlefront 2 on the bottom, but you know, it's pretty well hidden, quote unquote. Most people who glance over it will not see it, but let's say I was interested in buying the what do you call it? The game. Belgium says loot boxes are gambling, wants them banned. It has absolutely nothing to imply. It has absolutely nothing to apply on Star Wars. It says the Minister of Justice says mix of gaming and gambling is dangerous. If by now you have any recollection of any game, you have any experience in gaming, you know what a loot box is. It's a mini slot machine that gives you an item in return. As you can see, when you when like if on the left side here appears an ad, or the right side, or disappeared, and then in an article you get fucking with your I'm assuming Star Wars is a lot of people's favorite, you then get fucking this shit. It's the worst of the worst you can get. Like in this case, basically they need to be very selective with their ads, because you know this ad was basically a complete miss. But hey, back to the topic on hand. So here we have basically Belgium Gaming Commission blah 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 investigated into whether loot boxes are gambling. Today the ruling is in, and the answer is yes. The Google translation is a little sloppy, but as a very decent magazine about games that has been around for years and years, they of course have not the capability to hire a translator, so basically I will translate it for you from its original thing. So let's hop on to that thingy. So here we have the article that they were talking about. It's Google translation, blah blah blah. This is the dude in question, by the way, if somebody's asking. This is the Minister of Justice, called, for those who want to know, it's pronounced Koen Geens. So, basically, I will translate this for you, since my Dutch is quite fluently. The Minister of Dutch... Damn boy. the Minister of Justice wants to prohibit the in-game purchases of within video games. What does that mean? Well, unless you don't know what that entails. So basically, any form of chance, any form of don't know what's going to get. You need to be absolutely certain that if you pay X amount of dollars, you're gonna get item Y. You need to be certain of that. Mixing, so blah blah blah. Star Wars Battlefront, all all that entails. Mixing money and addiction is gambling. This is the quote. That's what he said in the interview, and that's what the Belgian Gambling Commission has ruled. So basically, here the authors of the site, they say, that we broke a story on it earlier. Electronic Arts then removed the in-game purchases of the video game, and then Disney was like, yo, this can't happening. Too much negative press. Get rid of it. I don't care how. Just get rid of it. Take off the microtransactions. Go off the radar, like No Man's Sky did for like 60 days after release or whatever, and boom. And here's basically the rights to Star Wars merchandise. The Minister of Justice now wants to prevent that similar futures ever come in games again. So meaning from now on, everything that gets released, if it has this in it, oh boy, there's gonna be trouble. But of course that takes time, because we have to go to Europe to it. Luckily Europe is close by, the headquarters is in Brussels, but we're definitely gonna try to make it illegal. The thing is, almost everybody agrees that it's a bad thing, so even developers of video games. So there's that. So this morning, after reading the wonderful news that Belgium actually did something useful this time, I was quite pleased that the state of Hawaii announces action to address predatory practices at Electronic Arts and other companies. Whereby the state of Hawaii announced that they had enough of the microtransactions and that the boom goes dynamite. I love how, by the way, that like there's a direct ad for Star Wars Battlefront on this shit. That I ate that. Oh my god. Oh my. Oh, holy shit, that brought tears to my eyes. It's fucking beautiful. Like, like highlights of EA predatory behavior. Star Wars Battlefront, buy now. Oh, wow, this can't get any worse, man. This can't. Oh, well, it probably can and it probably will, but I'm having a blast either way. But now I was completely forgetting what I'm saying. Okay. So basically, Chris Lee is the dude who's basically in charge, so it seems, and he brought in 2 other dudes. This dude comes in and he basically talks about why the Camel cigarettes are like did the same as Battlefront 2, but back in the day. Then there's this dude, and there's a mother of 2. Always, if you, by the way, this is a more general advice. If you ever give PR, or you have to do a public relations statement, or if you have to make an announcement, or you have to basically win the sympathy of the people, like something that always works is a mom who's concerned about her children. Always it works. Nobody can hate it. Nobody. So if you want sympathy, bring a mom. Yeah, I have in my head I have this wonderful picture about EA CEO. That guy bringing his mom and the mom is worrying about the danger towards CEO. It's probably way more funnier in my head, but hey. Basically Chris Lee 808. That's the main guy of the this guy, the blue suit. That guy. That's fucking. Ad choices. Need to click on that. About Google ads. I wish I could report the ad. Promotes underage gambling. But so yeah, this is Chris Lee, and he basically talks a lot about basically you are in power, state legislators or whatever legislators can't do it alone. But he did say that he's working with other states, and basically that a bunch of states are coming together. Everybody's on the same side, whether you're a Democrat or a Republican or they only have two parties in the USA that count. But either way, that's what they basically are doing. He's basically encouraging people to get mad and get pissed at EA. Because if there's one thing I know for certain at this moment in time, EA fucked up pretty badly. Holy Moses. This is about to get way worse for them. This was Whelsko signing off.